how dark it is.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. We're on episode 10, and the subject we're going to talk about today basically is how important is it to speak positive words to your children, and is it important to speak positive words to a child? Again, it too stands for, is it important to you? If it is, it's okay. If it's not, it's okay. It's no judgment. We're here for everybody to just express their opinion. So, how important is it? Do you think it's important for parents to speak positive, or any guardian, whoever, to speak positive words to a child?
Yes. Because, for one, it play a big role in what they do
as an adult, how they turn out as an adult. Yeah,
play a big role in what they do. It play a big role in what they take to school, and what they put on other kids.
And I think too, it's important to speak positive words because children try to live up to what
your parents speak of you.
Yeah, if your parent, especially if they love their parent and respect them, if you think your child, if you not telling them positive words, or you gonna be just like your daddy, you gonna be they gonna live up to it. They actually gonna live up to it. If you telling them they ain't nothing, they not gonna be nothing, they actually will try to live up to it because that's your expectation. But if you tell the child, I believe in you, you can do what you want to do. It doesn't matter what.
Even if you don't speak negatively. Even if you don't speak negatively, like, about their life and tell them they're not going to be nothing, you could be calling them names, calling them all types of, like...
Especially when people...
Telling them they ugly.
Like, when I was telling you off camera, when, like, I know some parents like to call their child, like, the F word, like, I don't curse, so, like,
my mom told me I wasn't going to be shit and I wasn't going to own up to shit.
Yeah, so...
Oh, she told you that?
Yeah, when I started being late to high school, I wasn't not going, I was being late. And she told me, instead of taking me to school, she told me I wasn't going to be shit. But I was going to own up to shit.
See, it's the way she delivered it. She should have told you, like, if you don't do what you need to do in school, you're not going to, you have to do, but to tell a child they not going to be this, they're not going to be that. Because guess what? It's people that ain't graduate. It's people that ain't graduate high school that's millionaires.
Exactly.
They did not.
I finally got my fucking diploma, but it's like she was happy, but all the stuff she said about me, it ain't. I remember that.
People don't understand. Sometimes words last longer than when you.
They say words don't hurt.
Words last longer than somebody putting their hands on you. Like, you never forget what somebody said to you.
Not at all. They always say bones and stones, but no, baby, I remember what they said.
It's because everybody...
Our background is different.
That's our mind. That's who we are.
Yeah.
Everything, what we put out is what we get. What was put into us anyways.
And exactly, that's why you got to speak encouraging words to kids. And even if a child is bad, I noticed that if a child is bad and you keep saying you a bad mother effer, they gonna keep on being bad because that's all they hear. But if they do something bad and you say, overreact to it and you say it's okay, just try not to do it again, I think they'll change the next time they do something. But I noticed that with kids, when you constantly tell it, oh, he bad, oh, he this, he that, they gonna live up to it.
The kids, they be like, I got some badass kids. They're not bad. They're experiencing life just their first time on the world. What do you mean they're bad?
Yes, it's just crazy. And that's why it's important not to be calling your kids names, even though you think it's nothing. You shouldn't call them names, and you know what I mean.
And that's the thing. They go to school. They go to school. You speaking so negatively to them in the house. They go to school or they go around other children. That's probably where bullying come from. Yeah. A child that's a bully. Look how they children talk to them.
Remember how our friend bullied Courtney for being bald head? Like, he really bullies her.
What? Who bullied her?
My stepdad bullies my sister.
Oh, he just pick at her and stuff.
So when she go to school, she won't be so offended because he says that.
But it actually makes it worse.
But that's not good.
She be ready to fight.
That's why he seen it. He literally explained why he bullies her because he feels like the people at her at home.
And that's low key making her hate herself. That's creating an insecurity about her hair.
She always said, "I don't care. This is my hair. I love it." No, I'm not gonna lie. My sister was born like confident. Despite how much we pick on her, she still says, "This is my hair.
Okay.
This is what I do." Like, she don't be like, "Oh my gosh, you're picking on me." She be like, "Well, okay, this is my hair." Like, okay. She don't do too much, so it's like I get where he's trying to come from with the bullying from home, so you won't take it. You remember how you said people
we just don't know how she feels in the inside.
Really inside, because she could be saying she feels. She could be saying
she
it.
Feel confident to laugh and be like, "Leave me alone."
Because
so
see, like I said,
to the bullies.
At school, it didn't mess with me, but when I started to, it became
what?
It became an insecurity.
Of course, yes.
For me, it became an insecurity. I was just like, well, wow. At a point when people started, when my relationship, people starting just start all that picking. It was just like, well, I should have just been fully black at this point.
Yeah.
Because now it's like y'all just keep on messing with me, and I'm not even trying to. And I don't. You gotta keep it in the dark. You gotta keep it in the dark because it's like, oh man, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Yeah.
Why are you picking on me? I'm black.
And then it's like the people I choose to be around. I don't hang with Spanish people. I don't
light skinned people.
I don't.
It's not
on purpose.
A
perfect. It's just a natural.
Because
it's an attraction.
You see how I met you?
It's a law of attraction.
Full of bro. I met you full on a group of fucking Haitian people.
That's who I was hanging with.
Oh yeah,
pure black people.
The school.
I
know, because all the
you would have thought I would have been hanging with the Spanish girls.
I thought she was my mom, no cap.
No, it's just I'm gonna make it lighter.
But it's like, when I first met her, I didn't even expect her to hang out with so many dark skinned people she did hang out with, because she hung out with a group of black
Haitians,
ghetto Haitian people.
Yes.
So it's like when I looked at her, that didn't look like her.
But like I said, that's just the law of attraction because my family.
Friends.
That's just what it's an attraction.
You end up being friends with them, like real friends.
I was saying because my family. That's what I'm.
Friends.
That's what
friends.
I didn't choose. I think I didn't choose them on purpose. That's what I'm so used to. That's what I was used to. So that's the group that I.
You see how I became your best friend.
That's the group that
I
naturally went towards that group. Yeah.
Yeah.
I naturally went to that group of people.
Because you see how my mom and her best friend set up? My mom is Jamaican. Her best friend is Jamaican and American, black, like darker than me.
Okay.
And my mom is the light one, mixed with white. So she felt like, me and Ali was another set of me and her best friend. Because it's two different cultures.
Off her skin.
Yeah.
That skin and cultures, because her best friend grew up off a Jamaican culture. I can't say you grew up on Colombian, but you grew up on both.
I did.
You grew up on both, not just
what?
fully.
Well, I did grow up on the Colombian culture, really.
But it's both.
Yes, she did grow up with both.
Yeah, all that food.
Because she used to go with them and then, back and forth.
I just don't be able to talk about the Colombian stuff that I do know because the people I'm around, what's to talk about with them?
Right, they don't have.
I'm not gonna talk about how I ate arepas in the morning.
Yeah, right.
They do that on the regular.
They're gonna be like, the people I hang around, I'm like, well, what is that? What is that? It's not the
exactly. But I think it's very, very important to speak positive words because it starts from a child too. Like even Nipsey Hussle,
my dad,
if you see Nipsey. When I watched a thing about Nipsey Hussle, he was saying how he started with kids because you can influence a child, because they it's like you can influence them, they mind.
And sometimes I noticed with my dad, every time when I was sad about something, he always just told me, I never really been. The only thing I ever been insecure about is weight. I never been insecure about and it's never been from in home. It's always been from people, fat jokes
on
outside. On the outside, never been inside. My dad always.
Yeah, because everybody in our family always be talking about you so pretty or
No, it's my dad. He always you're you're beautiful, you this or that, you don't need him, da, 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 or you better than that. You don't be hanging around on people.
And see,
don't be hanging around all these different people. Don't trust nobody. It's just always positivity from my father.
And see, again, that goes back to the importance of a father.
People, friends.
But
my dad always told me don't have too many friends.
Yeah, but then that goes. See, that goes back to having a father, because even I can tell a child that, but for some reason when it's coming from a dad, it means a lot more. Yeah, that's why I think a father is so important.
That's why I know that hang around big groups, it never go good.
My mom always told me I didn't have no friends. Cause I ain't never
it never go good.
She meant until I got older. Like, I really don't have friends for
it never go good.
And you just, I just think positive words, even if you, like, some people don't know no better, but you can start from that date and start speaking positive words to your child, you know, telling them you believe in them, and they can do whatever they want to do.
And see,
like,
and they'll start.
You're giving them that energy, like, yo, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and that's you boosting up their self-esteem.
They'll start
and all
picking,
kinds of stuff.
Like, they'll start picking better people to be around.
Yeah.
They'll start. They'll start. Like, now, I don't like being around negative people. People that's always in a bad mood.
Yeah.
People that's always got, like, I hate my life. I used to feel bad, but they texted me, Ellie, I hate my life. I don't know what to do. I'm like, look, I'm gonna give you some positive. I don't want to keep hearing that from friends, but I know you got to help people and stick through the friendship with them. But you're not finna dream me.
But eventually,
because
if a person is always negative, eventually it's gonna rub off on you. So sometimes you need a break from a negative person, and it's sad if it's a parent that's negative, because it really affects a child to be always
living
nothing positive. Yeah, you telling the child you're not gonna be nothing.
I was just asking myself earlier, because Joe Dispenser, he was talking about living your life in abundance, and he wasn't talking about money.
No,
he was saying a lot of people with money live an abundant life, but I had to ask myself. I was like, what is really living an abundant life really? Because I just didn't know. But I have to look more into it.
Look it up. But like, abundance don't have to necessarily mean money. Abundance could be love. Abundance could be joy. Abundance could be you just happy and grateful. See, people just be thinking abundance is just having money. But there's some people who got money and they just not happy at all. Look at all these people that got money and they be killing themselves.
Yeah.
It's sad. That's not they had an abundance of money, but not an abundance of happiness, not an abundance of love. And it's so abundance can be anything.
See,
you know?
I really didn't grow up with too much negative things coming into me. So the only thing I could say is just it's not good at all, really.
No, it's not. And you know, and I can say we get this from Mama, because Mama never, even though she was married to Dad, she never spoke negative about our father.
Never.
And you see, I never spoke negative about your dad. So
I didn't have nothing negative to think about him.
Yeah, it goes back to generation, how that person was raised. Because if Mama raised us to think, oh, your dad ain't nothing, he ain't this and that. If
even
she was
though the girl like Grandma told me he was a cheater, but she didn't.
That don't mean he wasn't a good dad.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't important to the child.
And that's another thing where women get it mixed up. Just because he's a cheater, that doesn't mean he's not a good father.
She only brought it up to me because I asked. She didn't just come out
and say,
"Oh, your granddad is a cheater."
And that shows you that even then she wasn't gonna say nothing negative.
Because really, as a grandfather, it had nothing to do with him cheating on her. What it had to do with me. Had nothing to do with me.
And that's one thing about Mama. She never. I can't tell you Mama ever said anything
she said
negative.
Womanizer. I know what
yeah, but I'm talking about just like as a, you know how some mothers, they'll negative to the child about the father, and that will affect the child's mental. Mama never did it. So I learned that from her. Like, there's no reason, like me and your dad not together, but you can still co-parent and speak positive things. So
yeah,
it is very important to speak positive words to your child, and it's just important. Y'all see it's dark in the background. We waited too late to come outside and film, but it's a nice view if you can see it.
Yeah. Wells Fargo.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Is it important to speak positive words? And I'm talking about like how some of them women be like, oh, he just, I don't curse, so like it don't. I can't really express it.
You can add the caption in there.
You know, like even just saying little things to little boys and thinking it's gonna make them hard, like in the black community, that's not gonna make them hard. To me, I think it's just, they trying to prove like they trying to be a gangster.
All of that makes
to me,
hard.
you treat your son with love, and you treat your son
that's
with.
the thing. Trying to make girls and boys hard, you making them negative.
I think so.
You making them negative, and you making them.
They gonna go to the streets. They gonna think that's what you want. But I think if you just speak loving words to a child and tell them, you don't have to call them, oh, you acting like a. You know how somebody, oh, you acting like a beast. Stop doing that. Don't say that to your son. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just give them love and give them encouragement, and they're gonna turn out to be a great child. Unless they just crazy.
Yeah. But you know what? They when people you trying to make their kids hard, they think that that's how they're gonna defend themselves. But in reality, if you don't put negativity into them,
they're not gonna attract negativity.
They're not gonna attract negativity. That's why you see people who positive people don't run into
like they say,
situations.
as within, so without. So whatever you thinking inside,
it's always the ones who, I'm making my child hard. They end up in so many fights because you done made them negative already.
Yeah, they end up trying to get in the streets.
You done made them conditioned to fight. Now all they do is fight. Because that's what they think. They finna go out there and do
making them hard, yeah.
Making them hard. You making them,
well, that's a
let me not use that word.
But yeah, you
making them just,
to me, just
ignorant.
Just pouring love into your child and encouragement. I think that's all they need. Unconditional love and encouragement, and they'll turn out good. And if they do something wrong, like the Joe Dispenza was saying, when the child does something wrong and they get upset about it, let them work. Don't try to talk to them while they're upset, because when you, like you were saying, when you upset, you're not hearing it, you're not processing it. Let them calm down first, and then come back to them like after a couple hours or so, and then talk to them about it. Mm-hmm. Because if you come to them while they mad, they not trying to hear none of that. It's not gonna process. Mm-hmm. But when they calm down, like you were saying, how you act out emotional, but then when you calm down and thought about it,
I make a lot of logic decisions, but
illogical.
Yeah.
But once you think about it, you calm down.
When I look back and I notice a decision that I made off of impulse, I know that I was so emotional, and the negativity took over in that moment. But I always came to my senses.
But that's why you always, if a child does something wrong, and you say something to them and they get upset, wait until they calm down, and then
just
you
like
go talk to them about
a big thing. When you said positive words, by the way I was raised, the stuff I done been through in that relationship, you would think I would have slashed tires.
In your relationship with the older significant other,
you would have think I would have tore up the house. I always kept my composure. I never did that. And that's only because of the way I was raised. And I always told him I wasn't raised to ruin your stuff.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I've never seen the point in that. Especially if y'all gonna end up at the... Now y'all both riding around in the busted windshield. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was really no point. It was really no point.
I said get his experience.
Oh, you did that, busting out the windows and stuff?
I busted out his house windows, not the car.
Oh,
wow. And then y'all was back together.
Yeah, we still.
Ain't that something?
No, they together now.
The one I just told you.
Together now.
We've been together about 3 years, but it's like he kept cheating on me. So it's like you doing stuff would make me mad, and if I found out, I was fast. So it's like you still did it.
I got cheated on too, but what's what I'm saying, it goes.
But to me, why do that? You either gonna leave or you gonna stay. What did that accomplish?
Nothing.
It just made you feel better.
It was impulsive. It was impulsive.
I
to live and experience it. I don't think she would do that again. All that crazy bashing, because it's not worth it.
I didn't grow up seeing
violence.
That. I don't even think I seen mom and dad argue. I don't even remember mom and dad arguing. That's crazy. That's how good of a.
But
I be saying mama is a very submissive wife and dad was a very good husband, because to me that was like almost perfect. That's crazy.
My sister,
it's important for a child to have positive words and a positive environment.
To
see it. Like if you with somebody and y'all not getting along and y'all cussing each other and beating each other, your child don't need to see that, because they gonna mimic that when they get older. So a positive environment.
So if y'all ever have a child, just see, mom. Okay, you see, she just said it. If your father was there, you wouldn't be dating him.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think about positive words being spoken to children. If it's important, if it's not important. It's dark, but we just wanted to film one with the view in the background. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts below. Thanks for watching.